If you are someone who wants to wear makeup in summer season and also wants it to look fresh throughout the day, then you are in the right place. You have to watch this video. So in this video, I'm going to show you a fresh summer makeup look, and I'm also going to give you some tips and tricks in order to keep your makeup looking fresh and dewy throughout the day. And if you go about doing your makeup in a way that I'm going to show you in this video, then your makeup is not going to look cakey, it's going to look very natural, and it's going to stay throughout the day if you follow all the tips and tricks. So stay tuned, makeup summer look coming right up. Hey everyone, welcome back to Be Beautethical. My name is Archana, and if you're new to my channel, please take a moment to subscribe and also hit that notifications button so that you get notifications for all my future videos. So in today's video, I'm going to show you this fresh dewy summer makeup look, and I'm also going to give you some tips and tricks on how to keep your skin hydrated throughout the day, how to take care of your skin if you're out in the sun throughout the day, and also how to keep your makeup looking fresh and dewy and not cakey throughout the day in summer. So I'm just going to use cream products today, the foundation and concealer. So normally in summers I do not wear a foundation and concealer, but since for a lot of us out there at least a concealer is required, and for some of us even a foundation, because there are flaws on the face which even one layer of foundation is enough to cover. So I'm going to use a foundation and a concealer today. Normally in summers I personally do not wear foundation and concealer on a regular basis. I just wear my blush, contour, highlight, I do my eyes, I do my lips, and that's it. No foundation, no concealer. I do powder my face before I do everything else, but that's it. Like, I don't like to wear a foundation and concealer, especially during summers when I'm going out. So I'll show you a way which I have seen Wayne Gosh makeup artist use, and I really love some of his techniques. So I'm trying this for the first time and I'm going to do it on the camera, but I think this is a very logical and a very sensible way to use a foundation and concealer, especially during summer season. And today there's going to be another twist. Instead of my regular corrector, I'm going to use a cream blush from this Benai Rouge Wheel, and I think I'm going to use very little amount of this red shade along with a cream foundation as a concealer. So let's see how that works. I'm just going to scoop out a little bit of the red on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use this palette from Cinema Secrets today. And for concealing my under eyes, I am going to use this center shade right here. I'm going to scoop that out also a little bit on the back of my hand. I'm going to mix these two together first, and then we are going to apply this. So just remember, the red needs to be very little, because otherwise your under eye will look like red. So I'm just mixing this up, and I'll quickly apply this and see how that goes. So I have just zoomed you guys in so that you can see very clearly what is going on. So just with the help of my fingertips, I took very little product and I have just applied it under the eyes. And I'm also going to do the same thing around my mouth, because that area also needs some attention. This shade is a little lighter than my skin tone, so this is perfect for concealing and also for brightening up the face a little bit. You don't want to use tons of product on your face, especially during summer season, because this will start irritating you in some time. So, and it doesn't even look pretty once you start sweating. So use as little product as you can, and I'm just going to take this above my jawline, along with the jawline, because this is where there is darkness on my face and I want to cover that as well. I'm going to use this deep shade from Derma called D14. I'm going to use this to contour and give a structure to my face. I want it to have some color, and then I'm going to use this shade as my foundation today, and I'm going to use this dry sponge. And the way to apply this foundation to appear very light is just take a little bit of foundation like this on the sponge. It should be dry. Do not wet the sponge, and then just apply the foundation all over your face like this. So that actually looks very natural. It doesn't look like you have a foundation caked on your face. You can try and do this with a liquid foundation as well, but I think this will work better with a cream foundation. And then I'm just going to apply this powder on my face to set everything in place. This is the luxury powder from Ben in the shade Banana, and I use this a lot because this complements Indian skin tones really beautifully. So I'm just going to take first a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to set under eye with this one. Make sure that there are no creases before you set it in place. You can't believe how natural this is looking even from this distance. This is why I really love Wayne Gosh's tips, because his tips and tricks are always something that are for people like you and me who want to wear makeup and go outside and not look like a ball of cake. And then I'm just going to set the rest of my face with a bigger powder brush. For summers, you need to set your face with powder because you tend to sweat a lot, especially in a place like Bombay where there's a lot of humidity. I can't think of going out without powder on my face. But if you're someone who has dry skin, who doesn't sweat at all, who likes a dewy finish with your makeup and doesn't face a problem, if you don't powder your face, you can totally skip this time. But do set your under eyes because the concealer will crease if you don't set your under eyes. So do not skip that part. If you want to skip powdering your face, you can do that. But definitely powder your under eyes and set your concealer in place before you move any further. I definitely like to wear blush, contour and highlight whenever I go out. So today I'm going to try a new blush. This is, I still have to open this thing up without spoiling my nails. How is the weather in the place where you are? It has become so hot and humid here in Mumbai. Some packages are really difficult to open. Some seals are really difficult to open. And finally, I have opened this. So this is the blush from Wet n Wild Color Icon range. This is in the shade Pearlescent Pink, and I have been wanting to try this for a long time. This has been lying with me for a long time, but I haven't really tried this till now. So let's see how this goes. It has a very slight shimmer to it. So whoa, that's shimmery. This is a beautiful shade. That has a lot of shimmer in it. So I think I will skip highlighter, which I normally use when I go out. So do powder your face really well, otherwise your blush will not move. Your contour and highlight, if you're going to use a powder contour and a powder highlight, that will not move. So make sure that you powder your face really well before using a blush, powder contour and powder highlight. I normally don't apply the blush on the apples of my cheek. If the brush goes there, it goes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But that's something that I normally do not do. And I am going to use the contour shade from Sugar Cosmetics. It's almost over. I'm just going to scrape it off because I really love this palette and this contour. So this is the shade and this is the brush that I'm going to use. I love this brush because this has that precise kind of application that you want for a contour. You will never get confused where to contour and where your brush is going. You will always be in control with this kind of brush. Absolutely love this brush. This is from Miniso. This is a beautiful brush. This type of a brush is perfect for contour, especially if you don't know where to contour on your cheekbones. If you are always confused about how to use the brush for contouring, this kind of a brush is something that you want to have. This brush is from Miniso. This I know is cruelty free because it has synthetic bristles, so that's the reason why I got this from Miniso. I don't know if Miniso as a brand is cruelty free, but this definitely is cruelty free, so that's the reason why I got it. You can also use this on the corner of your nose for nose contouring if you're doing it straight down. So there, and there, done. So this is a beautiful brush to have. If you don't have it already, go ahead and buy it. So that completes my face. I'm not going to add any highlight today because this blush already has shimmer in it, and I'm just going to do my brows, eyes and lips, and then the summer makeup look is done. So for the eyes, I normally do not apply any eyeshadow. If I have to, I apply a matte eyeshadow in the crease and just dust it very lightly on the eyelid. So today I'm going to use this matte brown eyeshadow from NYX, and I'm going to use this in my crease very lightly just to define the crease in a better fashion. So I've taken this pencil brush because this is for very precise application. I don't want to make it very obvious that I have used an eyeshadow. So the way I apply it is, there should be just that shadow in the crease to define it better. And once that is done, I am going to use this very shimmery shade very lightly on my eyelid because I want my eyelid to shine a little bit when I go out in the sun or throughout the day. So this is just my preference. You can completely leave it. You can wear a matte eyeshadow on the lid. Once that is done, I'm going to use the same deep brown matte shade on my lower lash line. I just want a very slight definition so that it does not look empty. And then I'm going to use this All Day Kohl Kajal from Eva Halal. This is waterproof and smudge proof, although I feel that it is not a completely waterproof and smudge proof kajal. It does smudge when my hand accidentally goes onto it, but this is something that I can work with. If this works for you, this is a beautiful, very dark kind of a kajal and I love the shade. So I'm just going to line my upper lash line and I'm going to do a thick line because I really love my eyes like that. Just modify it according to your preferences. So I have made a thick line on both the eyes and I'm also going to tight line both the eyes. Once that is done, I'm going to use the same pencil to fill in my brows with a very light hand. If you are using a black pencil to fill in your brows, please be very careful, especially a kajal, because it's very dark. I'm going to use it with a very light hand. I'm going to fill in my brows and then using a clean mascara wand, I'm just going to brush all of the product into the brows and make it look like they are naturally so dark. And then I'm using this multi-action mascara from Essence and I'm going to put mascara onto my upper and lower lashes really well. I'm going to define them really well. And while putting mascara on the lower lash line, I'm going to ensure that I smudge it very slightly onto the lower lash line so that it gives a natural definition to the lower lash line. And for lips today, I'm going to use this lip pencil in the shade Coffee from PAC Cosmetics. I'm going to line my lips and also fill them in with this. And then on top of it, because it's a summery kind of look, I don't want my lipstick to be so dark. I'm going to use this shade called Blooming Hibiscus from Gerard Cosmetics in their Supreme Lip Creme range. This is a beautiful summery shade, but this itself alone will not look good on my lips. So I have to use something beneath this, which is why I went in with the coffee pencil from PAC, and that completes the very fresh and dewy kind of a makeup look for summer. So this is the final look. This is not cakey at all. Even if you look at me from this distance, you will not see any cakiness. You will hardly be able to make out that I'm wearing a foundation. You will definitely be able to see the blush because that is meant to be seen. You can see the eyeliner because I want it to be seen. You can see the mascara, you can see the lipstick, but the face does not look cakey at all. And even if you sweat, you can just dab it away with a dry tissue, and in between during the day, whenever it is required, dab your face for any excess oils that have come through with a dry tissue and just powder your T-zone because that is where most of the oil is, and that should take care of it. Maybe do it once or twice in a day. And also to keep your face hydrated, this is the most important part, use a hydrating face mist. This is the Body Shop Vitamin E Hydrating Face Mist that I'm going to use right now. So once your makeup is done, just spray it on your face. So normally I do a makeup fixing spray after doing my makeup, but during the summer season I highly advise that you use a vitamin E or a hydrating face mist kind of a thing. There are other brands who do a hydrating face mist, so do check it out and have it handy, because in summer season our skin gets dehydrated a lot. We don't realize it, but it needs to be moisturized throughout the day at least twice or thrice. So a hydrating face mist is something that is a must have. You can make it at home, you can buy it from the market. There are lots of options available, but keep it handy. Also, I would advise you to keep a spray sunscreen handy if you are someone who works outside or has to be in the sun for most part of the day. So that is something that is very, very important. Apply sunscreen before you leave the house and keep a spray sunscreen handy, because you have to apply it every couple of hours if you're out in the sun. It will not save you completely 100% from the tan, but it will save your skin from the harmful UV radiation from the sun, which can really harm your skin at an extremely deep level, which sometimes is also irreversible. Have a hydrating face mist handy, have a spray sunscreen handy, and just don't keep it in your bag and forget all about it. Use it throughout the day whenever it is required. ACs do tend to dry out your skin by sucking the moisture out of your skin. You may not feel it as much, but it does happen. So if you are working in a closed AC kind of an environment, hydrating mist is something that I would advise at least once or twice throughout the day. If you are outside in the sun, sunscreen spray is what I would advise. In the spray form, you can easily spray it on your face on top of your makeup without spoiling it. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being here and watching this entire video. Do give a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Thumbs down if you did not enjoy it. Please feel free to do that, and do share this video with your friends and family if they are looking for something like this, if they're looking for a summer makeup look or a few tips here and there about the summer skincare. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon so that you get notifications for all my future videos. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Here's wishing you a wonderful week ahead, and I will see you again very, very soon in another cruelty free video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.